Thanks for your support as a channel member, F1 Skiddy! A crazy race last time out in Zandvoort saw us equal Sauber's best result of 13th. Now our attention turns to matching that result again and moving above them, or even bettering it. Oh yeah, there was some driver and engineer tension we needed to deal with. It seems to have improved. They seem to like each other again. Alright, Italian Grand Prix. Nothing to deal with beforehand. The only thing that I might suggest we have a look into, do we want to sign Paul Aaron as, or try and sign him as an affiliate with the intention of signing him for next season? So we've already got him scouted. There he is. Overall 75. His stats are reasonable. Let's compare him with Fred Vesti. So Paul Aaron is better on his tyres. His corner's better. Do you know what? I think Paul Aaron would be a better hire for us based on that. Chat, what do you think? Do we go all out and just put Paul Aaron in the car for next year now? We just sign him to a deal for next season. The only stat that he's not particularly good at is overtaking. I think, yeah, on average, he's better. How he's got, the only reason he hasn't got an equal overall rating is because of the overtaking. Oh, he's occupied with the current race weekend, but we'll come back to that afterwards, I think. Let's do some race targets. We're going to go 18th or higher with Fred. And do you know what? We're going to go 18th or higher with Baruti today. We're going big. We're going big. Right, we are 100% satisfaction for Fred. Good. 95 for Baruti. That's still workable. And we are actually ahead of Fernando Alonso right now. That was a lap without a toe for Fred Vesti. I'm hoping we can get a slipstream for the second runs. And then we'll be able to go a bit faster. We're actually in the top 15 with both drivers right now. So we should catch them as we finish lap 1. Baruti is locked up. Great, and ruined his tyres. So it'll be Vesti who gets perhaps the benefit of all of this. He's not improving. We didn't put new tyres on. Right. This is it. It needs to be now. We're getting a bit of a tow from Lance Stroll, I would say. Hopefully we can get into Q2 once again. A personal best first sector for Fred. Maybe that slipstream is working. And in the middle sector. This is good stuff from Fred. He's 14th. Baruti is still 16th. He's no longer 16th. Fred stays 15th. Oh, Baruti wasn't far away from getting out, to be fair. Look at the time difference between him and Gasly. So I think Fred should be safe. I can't see Magnussen. Oh, Sargent almost... The Sargent does bump us down, but we're okay. Alright, so 4.5 minutes remain in Q2. We've basically matched Logan Sargent, but we only did one push lap. We have an extra set of soft tyres to use in this session because of only using one set in Q1. So that's a bit of a luxury. We're going to follow Sargent out here for our first lap. We've got someone right behind us, which is a V-carb. It can stay there. And then we can do our double push lap and see where we end up. We should get the second one in. We might have just got a load of traffic there through the chicane. Not improving in sector 1, but we are improving in sector 2. And Fred, he now jumps above Sargent. That's 13th for us, and Ocon bumps us straight back down to 14th. But we are now on our second push lap and improving with no slipstream. The double push lap gets the tyres up to temperature. So now, can we find 0.2 of a second? No, we need to find half a second now to bump out Ricciardo. We've beaten Ocon. We're 13th. Fred Vesti likes P13. Do you know what? Another P13 should give us the place over Sauber in the Constructors. So if he finishes there, I'll take it gladly. All right, race time for Monza. Fred Vesti actually starts 12th. I'm going to guess there's some grid penalties ahead of us, and Baruti starts 17th. So definitely some grid penalties floating around. Medium hard for Fred, hard medium for Baruti. It's a very boring one-stop strategy. Safety car somewhere would be very, very welcome. So let's get to the track and do a motor race. Alright, looking to the lights. Got the podium in the background doing all sorts of things. 5 red lights, the lights are out, the race is on. How is Vesti doing on his getaway? Not great. He's building his acceleration. Ocon is trying to come down the outside. We need to put a stop to that. See if we can nip back up the inside of Albon. It's not happening though. Get away from us, Ocon. Thank you. Right, we're clear of the Alpine for now. Baruti has lost 2 places. Make that 3 at the start. He's had a horrendous first few corners. Wow. At least Fred has held position. But DRS will be enabled very quickly. Why have we got... Oh, we've got underfloor damage. Fantastic. So Tsunoda has pushed us onto the curbs here. Or has he hit us? He's pushed us onto the curbs. Yeah. That's why we've lost the position and we've got the damage. Great. Baruti's having a really difficult time. He's just going backwards. Everybody, well, he's the only one on hards. That's why. Everybody else is on mediums or softs. So he's going to have short-term pain, and we are, well, we're actually having complete pain because Vesti, with this damage, is just getting assaulted from all angles. Our hopes of a decent finish are basically out the window now. Although we are 4 wide into the chicane. That was about to get a bit crazy. We're still on the tail of Ocon, so maybe we can challenge him for P15. Alright, we are ahead of Alpine with Vesti down the inside into Ascari. Job done. Thank you very much. This DRS train, hopefully we can start to cycle back through it in a forward direction rather than a rearwards direction. The next car ahead of us is Sargent, so if we can just stick with him, maybe we can catch up to this lot that's scrapping away, which includes Albon, Hamilton, Alonso and Tsunoda and Ricciardo. So maybe they can slow each other down. Do you know what? Let's harvest battery into turn 1 and then we'll deploy. And Vesti's actually going for it here on Sargent. Nicely done. That'll do. Let's deploy. See if we can close the gap to that group ahead of us. Actually, we are on the back of Lewis Hamilton. I think the Mercedes got shoved wide and we're actually challenging Hamilton. This is fantastic. Don't challenge him. We'll just follow him, or we'll challenge him into Parabolica. Baruti, let's go rally defend with you. He's moved up to 20th. There's this quartet at the back of the pack, back of the field, that's just fighting over the wooden spoon. And Fred is fighting a multiple world champion. If we can stay with the Merc, then that means we can be dragged along to the rest of them. Wait a second. We have just overtaken Lewis Hamilton. We're now 13th. Hulkenberg's having a spin. Does it want to show us a replay of us overtaking Hamilton? No. I can show you live pictures of Lewis Hamilton re-overtaking us. Actually, maybe not. And we're going to just get swallowed here. Hamilton and Ocon are a blue whale. We are a tiny piece of plankton in the ocean. And through they both go, basically. I mean, if Hamilton can string us along, that would be lovely. And let's go low overtake aggression, see if we can just zoom up to the back of Alonso with just pace from Hamilton. Ricciardo has got a mechanical fault and is falling back through the field here. Hamilton's caught him and passed him. we've also been passed by Archon, which is sad. And we are just needing to look after our tyres. How are we looking compared to everyone else? Not great. Everyone else has looked after their tyres more than we have. So we might need some sort of intervention somewhere. Archon has crashed out here. And I can stop doing that because we don't need it anymore. So I'm going to put Fred on soft tyres, then we put on some hards towards the end of the race. Well, actually, could we make it soft from here? We've got the safety car, so let's call it lap 20, and then another set of softs. It will be tight. I mean, making that extra stop probably won't help us, but I mean, it could give us an advantage with everybody else being on older tyres, so it's worth the risk. Archon's out of the race, everyone piles into the pit lane, and Fred, 2.7 second stop. Oh no, oh, what's going on? We're stuck behind the safety car. Oh, we've got a red flag because we're stuck in the pit lane. It's a red flag. This is fantastic. What drama. Alright, well, we'll just stay on the tyres we were on. That helps us. Great. Well, we'll just start the race again then. What a weird glitch. 5 red lights, the lights are out, the race is back on. I bet you everybody's gone to hards. Let's have a look. It's a wall of hard tyres, so we should be able to make some progress here. Let's turn the overtake aggression up to medium. We're trying to overtake Zhou. So this could be our opportunity. We'll lose a lot of ground when we stop, but we're going to have an opportunity to rinse back through the field. And just look, we're passing them hand over fist. So that's Gasly we've just gone past. We'll now get after Sargent. So if there's a few more DNFs, we could be banging business and looking really, really good. Now DRS is active, we'll be straight in the action, I think. And there you go, we're just scything up the inside of Ricciardo. And Vesti surely will go for the send on Logan Sargent. We'll get him to drive in clean air. And we'll get Baruti to do the same. Look at that. It's just so easy. And we're going to be on the back of Hamilton before we know it. This is excellent. This is... yeah. What a weird turn of events. What an absolutely bizarre scenario to have turned this race completely into our favour. I mean, we've got to make ground now and hope for the pack to string out a bit. But this is going fantastic. Baruti's up to 14th. They're absolutely flying. And we're up the inside of Albon. We're just ripping through this lot. The question is, how far can we get? Oh, well... back down to earth. Baruti Nueke with a spin. He's trying to get past Sargent. Gets a bit too excited and round it goes. Oh, Baruti has just spun again. Same place. Honestly.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, I don't want to alarm anyone, but we're actually in a fight with Fernando Alonso, George Russell and Lewis Hamilton at the moment. Because we've just picked up DRS off the back of the Aston Martin. And we're in P12. I know we've got to stop again, but there's every chance that we can get back here. Because everyone else is going to be on knackered tyres. So this would give us P10 in the Constructors at the very least. I don't know what Haas and Williams' best results are, but this would be massive for us. We've actually just passed George Russell. What is going on? Oh, Russell gets shoveled out into the grass and the gravel by... Amazing. Absolutely. We're 11th. Is this the race where we get points? I know we've got to stop again, and we've committed to that, but we might be able to score points today. This could be absolutely enormous for us. Oh, there goes George Russell. Bye, George. We're actually legitimately still fighting with George Russell. Still getting his DRS. It's going unbelievable. Do we need to do fuel gate now? Probably not. Baruti's giving a pit stop window. Yeah, he is. I mean, it's a lovely space for us to drop into. Let's have a look at this overtake. Beautiful stuff through the Curva Grande. Fighting a Mercedes. Avoid high-risk curves would have helped, but spinning twice, the tyres were done anyway. Whoa, George has put us in the gravel, and we won't be catching him for the rest of the day. It's a very slow stop for Baruti. Very slow stop. For a moment, had no wheels, or tyres even. Why is this so slow? Can't actually see because the bloke's got the tyre in the way, but I'm assuming they can't get the other one off. Oh! Where's everybody gone? What's going on? Right, let's just have a look at the reports. So, pre-race, we lose 25 seconds. So where would that put us? 25 seconds puts us at Magnussen. So we need to push now, build the gap, and see if we can come out ahead of Ricciardo. And then we can try and pick off Sargent, Gasly and Albon. That's our game today. And if we can get back here and Tsunoda, his mechanical fault worsens, or there's someone else who has a problem, we could be in the points, or at least in the top 12. Right, Fred is coming to the pit lane. We need a good stop here. We need a good stop. I know Baruti had an absolute shocker, but we need this to go smoothly. Lads, do you mind? Just send the damn car. Well, that's the strategy absolutely mudded. Now we've got to try and catch Magnussen, pass him and Ricciardo. That is... That's stuffed it. Right, Magnussen has been passed. That's the first step on recovering. Down the inside we go, into Ascari. Nicely done. Magnussen didn't fight it, which was a wise move. Lap time wise, we were 2 seconds faster than Ricciardo and almost as much faster than Sargent. So this is... it's a possibility. We should be able to catch... wow, it's actually 15 seconds between Ricciardo and Sargent. I'm not sure we'll catch that in 13 laps. We can give it a go. Ricciardo's mechanical fault is now terminal. Oh wow, that's blowing up right in our face. Can you get out of the way? Stop. I mean, ref, this is not on. He's deliberately throwing stuff that so we can't see. Go down the inside. Job done. Ricciardo. Honestly. Right, we need to go aggressive and pull away. 14.5 seconds to catch Gasly and Sargent, who are fighting. So that might help us. Right, 4 laps to go, and we are within 2 seconds of the squabbling Sargent and Gasly. We won't catch Albon for 12th. What we need is to pass these two and Tsunoda to blow up, well, at least his engine, not him specifically. What is harming us at the moment is the damage to the underfloor. That's obviously slowing us down. We will need all of that battery juiced up. We're going to go aggressive on the tyres. We're going to push. Just a little shout out for Baruti. He's recovered his race to 17th. And because of the 2 retirements, we are guaranteed... oh no, sorry, we went for 18th or above, didn't we? So he's actually recovered his race very well to be there. And now here is Fred Vesti looking to make overtakes. There's one. And this could be two. This is how you make your race work for you. You immediately overtake when you need to. Beautiful move around the outside. Oh, Fred Vesti. That was fantastic, but now we don't have DRS. Can we just... Ah, there we go. That's good. We are 12.5 seconds behind Albon. Let's push on the ERS and see if we can get away from Gasly. So we've reached 13th. So if I'm correct, we should have two 13th place finishes now, which should put us above Sauber. I'd really like Tsunoda to DNF, so we have the 12th place, so we know that we're going to be above them. But this should bring us to 10th in the Constructors' Championship. Fred starts his final lap. And we're guaranteed the 13th because Gasly and Sargent got lapped. Excellent news. Albon and Tsunoda. Oh, if you two could please crash into each other. That's a shame. We're at 32%. We'll just go light on the tyres and secure P13. A non-point scoring finish has never felt so valuable to me. Tsunoda finishes 12th. Fred Vesti finishes 13th, which should move us to 10th in the Constructors' Championship ahead of Sauber. And that's worth a lot of money. It's worth so much money. Let's find out. So Fred, he's moved ahead of Bottas now. So we should be 10th in the Constructors, baby. Come on. We're no longer bottom of the table. We've moved ahead of Sauber. Now we need to catch Haas, Alpine and Williams. Fred Vesti's P13 moves us off at the bottom of the Constructors' Championship, and we intend to stay there or move forwards in the remaining races this season. Baku and Singapore are coming up next, and I am almost certain they're going to provide opportunities because they can be absolutely chaotic. To join me for those, make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on the video, subscribe for more F1 Manager content, and I'll see you next time. You're the best fans. It's bye for now.